Hi everyone, welcome to a new stream. Yeah, I know, pretty active currently. I was online yesterday, now I'm today, and also changed a little bit of stuff because I hope it works that I implemented YouTube also to the stream itself, so that I'm streaming to Twitch and YouTube. And I hope this works, and I hope that the chat is working. So if anyone is there and you type something, let me know if this works. And what I want to do today is just spend a little bit of time with performance samples libraries and talk a little bit about the stuff I have currently, and just keep on going. Just maybe we can take a look at the libraries here. Oh, Gma Honey, thanks for the follow. So let's check the libraries first I got here, and let's, start composing. Yes, I'm fine. How are you? Hi, everyone. Oh, their message coming in. So it works. It seems like it's working. Okay, great. Yeah, it has been a little trip to set up these like restreaming to Twitch, but also to YouTube. I mean, but here we are. So let's just go through the libraries first here, which I got loaded. So I will just play it for you. This is basically the Fluid Shorts. Do Butt Knuckle. Thanks for the follow also. I should probably raise the volume a tiny little bit here. It's already on top. So yeah, what the heck? We still got a little bit of air here. I will mute my microphone for a moment so we can go through the patches here. Just have to do one thing, maybe just focus on the library itself. Get rid of this one too. So the thing is, you probably think, well, what's going on here? Just in case you're not familiar with the libraries. Actually, I almost forgot to do this. I should change the screen. Yeah, so here we are. Terrible. I will get used to this. Hey, Dieter, nice to see you. And you would first think that these patches are just, normal staccato patches, but what Jasper did of performance sample is pretty cool. I don't know how he did it, but it just works pretty cool that you can create on the fly like really quick repetition lines. So let me just try to come up with something and just let me mute my voice. It works a little bit better when we start composing in a second, because there is a lot of latency going on. So you have to set the library, I think, to -100 on the track delay over here, and then it makes most sense. So you get them in sync, but it's also a bit hard, with -100 or with 100 milliseconds of a delay. Hey Peter, how are you? Okay, so it makes more sense when we start composing, but let's just go through the sounds here for a little bit. Just load the violence real quick. So if you need really, like staccatissimo or spiccato samples, and you want to really write, as I said, it makes most sense when we start composing. And you will get some really cool results when you build lines like what we're going to do now. So I just want to make it maybe like a little bit, how do you say, medievalish, kind of, not like a metal track, but like with that little bit of a hum, da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum feeling. So we start composing with this. And also I just want to bring your attention really quick to the new Konmoto violins and also the cellos. I think they're still on sale. Let me just pull up the site. I hope you can see that all right, that there are the Konmoto violins. I'm not really sure if the violins are on sale still, but the cellos. I probably just picked the wrong. Oh no, Konmoto. Yeah, I think it should be still on sale, but I'm not. Maybe you know more than me. Hey, Mike, how are you? So let's just. I mean, just in case you just ask Jasper of Performance Samples if there is still a little bit of a sale going on. So, but the Konmoto violins, new violins sound really great. It's just entirely legato samples. And also, please note, I don't have any reverb or anything going on. It's just the samples itself. The jump was me. It's not inside the scripting. And also, let's check out the cello real quick here. Hey Thomas, thanks for the following. So, I mean, all these libraries are pretty small and they just do one thing, but I really love it. I mean, let's quickly go through the other ones because you will hear them when we start doing something. Also, the Caspian samples, the brass samples are pretty cool because it's basically everything in one thing. It's like, staccato, but you can also play marcato. But it's also sustain. So it's basically everything in one patch. And this is what I really like when you are up for quick sketching, doing something, and then you just want to, or even when you do crescendi, it's all easily done. And then you just need one track, no need to set up, at least for the sketching, I mean, this is pretty helpful, but I'm not saying that these samples are just good for sketching. They have a really high quality sound. And I think they have been used in the most recent Star Wars trailer. So they have, they sound really superb, but it's also great to use them for sketching because you just need one track and you basically have everything what you ever want, except, like flutter stuff or rips or anything like this. So you should, of course, use other dedicated samples, but to get the main stuff done, pretty cool. Love it. And then we have the 3 trumpets. Righty, and then we also have a little bit of the angry brass. There's a little bit more harsh stuff, more aggressive, not angry. No, yes. So I'm really. So I should really the angry brass, right? It's not aggressive brass. Could also be aggressive brass. And it's just the purpose of, you know, having like a direct in-your-face brass. It's also, I think, just one dynamic layer. Okay, the same for the horns. DJ Adam, I think I just solved your question, right? I was seeing it too late, but... And so we have the 3 trumpets down here. So you could say when you compare them side by side, the 3 trumpets here, and then move up. The release samples are pretty abrupt a little bit, but it makes most sense to use these things when you play like fast repetition stuff or have really angry lines going on. And then if you put a little bit reverb over it, then it doesn't really matter. Also, you can dial back a little bit with a... Okay, so I think let's just... Greets from Bad Schwartau. Greets back from Hamburg. So let's just come up with something. I'm not really sure. I still have a little bit of a concept in mind about... Let me just come up with something. We can still change it later, but let's do something like this. Oops, don't want to record my voice. Well, let's put this to like this. Just in case you don't know what I did right now, is I just held Control Alt and the left mouse button on the solo button, and then you have this. I don't even know how to call it, that square, yet solo defeat, right? And then whatever I'm soloing here, it doesn't affect my vocals or any other track you want to work with. So let's just come up with something. So we just need that bit, and I would just program most of the time, because the first thing is it's really hard to play with such a latency, and I should also set the grid to triplets. So what I'm doing right now is, you could also count this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I tend to stick in 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our basic line. And then we start, let's get the dynamics right. So we got this. So you hear it probably right now. Usually when you have like I don't want to pull any library up for comparison because it would be a little bit unfair. I should probably, load up any other library. But on most libraries, when you have like staccato phrases or staccato samples or spiccato samples, mostly it sounds like as if the players have been recorded, just a single notes. But this sounds a little bit more like as it has been as it has been edited with phrases in mind. So I'm just assuming here. So it could be that there was just phrases recorded and then cut from phrases, but I'm not really sure. At least it sounds like this because it really sounds fluent when you. So let's come up with another one here. I'll start here. Something like this. And maybe we could make it a little bit more angry. Hey, yo, nice to see you. How are you? Thank you so much. I also like all your albums. Just want to mention that. Yeah, let's come up with something like this. I think it's also time to meet each other, because I think remember the last time and also the first time we have seen was 2012 at the Two Steps from Hell concert, right? So it's been like 7 years already, almost 8 years. That's been it's quite a while. I don't want to do that twice here. Or maybe just use this half for the end phrase. Do something different here. Yeah, I should probably. Yeah, let's do this. So we got a short line. So I always tend to think in, yeah, great. So we definitely should do this. I just want to always when I create like kind of these patterns, that it's not all, because a lot of tracks, usually when you hear them, they consist of like 1 bar or 2 bars or 4 bars even, and then it repeats all the time, and then people just copy like these 4 bars over and over, then they leave some stuff away. I mean, that makes sense on EDM techno stuff. It's very important to be repetitive there, because it's not about, oh, that guy came up with like a 7/8 beat in between or some sophisticated whole tone scale or whatever. It's just about having some repetitive beat and patterns, because you just want to dance. This is all what you want to do. But when it comes to classic or orchestral music or hybrid music, it's pretty important to have a little bit of a, So we basically have a short version a short version here of this part, and have the same thing going on here for the main rhythm. Hey Carlos, how are you? Nice to see you here. Okay, so now we can just go for just have the basses play the same, but not really like. Let's make this a full thing here. And just come up with it, just the accents, because I don't want to, you know, sweat them right away. I know that they could play this, but you know, it's always when you have like, I imagine it's always great to have. I've never actually sit down with a contrabass. I have a cello somewhere here. It's such a shame. Actually, I put it to the kitchen currently because I don't have space in this room. So it's next to the fridge. There is a cello standing around. It's not really that fair. I hope Tina Guo doesn't listen to this. So. What I wanted to say is that basically it's cool when you find like a cheap instrument on eBay, you just get a feeling for the instrument itself. So when you compose like stuff on cello or double bass with like it's, I mean, you have to understand that this is like an instrument like 500 meters tall, and then there's a guy just doing all this. I mean, they have the technique. There are players who can do this. Probably all can do this, but it's not really like. You know, it's not metal in that sense. It's just not a double bass in the sense of metal, you know. Hey, Kenneth, welcome to the stream. And I just have it, yeah, I just want to copy that an octave below. And what we have to do, I set this with negative delay with a -100. So when you listen it to the click, it now, I should probably, well, let's listen to it. Now it's in sync. So this is always very important I'm just taking this away for a moment, and so you can listen how this sounds. So it's absolutely not in sync. And this is important for the phrases, because when you really listen to the phrase, it's not like ding, it's not like when you just magnify it, it's not like an attack, but there is some riser coming in. Something like this, and this is really important to build that, to make this repetition file as real sounding as it is right now. Hey Micha, nice to see you. Okay, so let's come up with some violas. Let's have them some action, like yeah, the experimenting starts. Let's move this an octave up, and let's have this all visible here. And then so maybe let's make this fill the gaps a little bit here. Oh, not in sync. I should probably do this to all the strings right away. -100. Later on, we have to do this for the brass. I think for the Caspian and the Angry Brass, it's -80 something. I mean, I mostly do it how I feel. So, because I mean, even if you don't have this clear description, I think this is pretty important to understand, that even though you don't have this description, it's I would always make sure to work with these negative delays, because it can be very important, because a lot of this depends on if something is grooving or not. I mean, probably a lot of people just hit some string library and doing like kind of a lick or a phrase or an ostinato and then saying, this doesn't sound right, let's try another library. But all they would have to do is just set the negative delay, because technically when the first Project Sam library was released, Symphobia 1, I think it was the first library where you clearly had to involve like at least minus 30 to minus 40 on negative delay. So I just want to change this here. Let's pick these all to see what's going on. Something like this. Something we have to do here. Let's just come up with. Let's try this. We can still change things later. Okay, so now we can repeat this one here. 3 bars. And let's make this more repetitive by copying this over and just fucked it up. So just this part and okay, so we got some more action going on in the higher instruments and not that much action going on in the lower instruments. And then let's come up with something different. I just fill in a note here, and then I always do it like this so I can see the full thing. Just have to think for a minute. Yeah, compose like Jacob, you know, just sing everything in there, and there's just have all this ready. Yeah, I can't do this, but let's try to come up with something like this. True. Mm-hmm. Maybe something like this. Not sure, but we probably should. Oh, we should definitely have this unison on all parts. And then we can hop into some melody part or anything, because I want to have the strings not playing like that major role in the beginning, because I want to have everything coming from the brass. And and just go something like, now I have to think. Okay, let's go. So I would probably let's get this first thing. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm suffering from the red light syndrome. I can play a part, you know, playing a part, and then suddenly, and then you want to record, and then you forget everything. Okay, and let's want to get the harmonies right. And the dynamics. Well, let's quantize this for the sake of just finding the parts, because yeah, most of the time, if I want to have something really sounding alive or anything, I just go in and edit it all the time, because, you know, I mean, there are a lot of, I'm not really versatile on piano. I'm not really a skilled piano player. I can't, you know, really play. But actually, I'm pretty happy about this, because it makes me spend more time on the editing process. And nobody ever came up and saying, hey, dude, you know what? You completely fucked up with your piano playing. You can't play this. So, you know, but the main result is that the track sounds right. And otherwise, no one cares about anything, how you did it, you know? Let's get the... Oh, thanks for feeling me. Hi, Nico. And hi. You're probably Isam, right? Yeah, let's do something like this. And let's come up with something. Oh yeah, right. Let's just copy that over because something like this. Something like this, and then so you mean in Logic you don't see the red light when you record? I'm still not sure if I want to use the trumpet for a second harmonies or something. I just move up the horns. But I mean, let's just go for something like Tokyo LT. Thanks for the follow. This is time for the. Ooh. Let me just mute these for a moment. Okay. Okay. Let's use these two. Get over here. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Let's just listen to the whole thing here. Here. I'm not sure about the second half, but just have to come up with something else. Let's just throw this away. And also I just have to somehow... The dynamics didn't sound right. I'm not really sure about this. Maybe we should do the intro set just... No, it wasn't a good idea. And okay. I'm not really sure if this is too high. They could technically, I mean, they could play it, but let's do it with the trumpets probably. Yeah, let's make it just... and do a nice swell here. One, two, three, four, five, 4. Here we are. Maybe we could also do this double time. As twice as long. Just repeat it. And then we could just copy this up an octave, turn the volume a little bit down, maybe do a little riser here. Okay. Until here. Hey Pedro, nice to see you. You just passed by. You're probably gone again. I'm pretty new. I can't check who is currently online. I was, actually I'm seeing that there are 36 people watching. Wow. But I can't see controls where they are actually. Maybe I can, so I will just figure it out so I can see who of you is still online or not. And no, just maybe have it fanfare, a little bit more fanfare like. Okay. too short. Let's just undo this. And then we are just back, and then I just want to do this, you know, this rhythm. We will probably have something going on with percussions and stuff. And I just wanted to make this thing, maybe just let's load up another ruler here. Be my ruler and just set it to seconds. So I just wanted to make this maybe just a minute long or something. So not really like a full blown, you know, fantasy track with like 3,000 bridges and you know, additional parts, but just like a juicy 1 minute track, maybe 1:15 something, which is more a little bit which is more Tarek. How are you? So, you know how to, you know. Man, nice to see you here. But Knuckle, if I just ever do feedback for views music, well, I could do this. I mean, I could have some stream, you know, like listening to some music and just, you know, trying to come up with some advice. But yeah, why not? I mean, we should definitely have this. What do you want to do? Tarek, you don't have anything to do? Sneaking around here on my stream. So let's come up with some. Oh, I should save between. So as you can, I can't press this often enough. I hope you can't. Can you see that up here? That whenever I save, there is a additional number coming in. So I just hit the save button. So you can simply use Control Alt and S. Every time you hit Control Alt and S, you save a new number. So you never run into the embarrassment or the unpleasing situation that you just have a corrupted session, because you will always have something you worked on 10 minutes before. And even if it's autosave, I think it always, I'm not really sure, but I think it's always overwriting the BAK file, the backup file is always the one from the last created session. So I tend to, you know, I mean, in the end, like a track has like 100 or 200 version numbers, because I just always tend to do this. But I mean, even if each of these project files has like 30 or 50 megabytes, I end up with probably having like 500 or 1 gigabyte of project files. But I mean, after the end of the project, I can still delete and just keep the last 5 or so. But it's really cool, because technically, if there would be one producer coming up and saying, I would exactly want to have that mix you had on the last Thursday at, you know, 3 p.m., 3:35 or something, I could say, yep, no problem. And I just load the session file and have it exactly like in this moment. So there should be also an app to take a photography from the guy. When you say this, you know, just be surprised. But it's a really cool feature, because, you know, hey, I just have to go back to that track on this afternoon. I mean, just in case you're working on a game track and there is like always a little bit of back and forth, you know, like several people deciding what to do, and you totally run crazy if you just have one session. And I mean, on the other side, you know, that famous mug where it always says like, my awesome track, and then my awesome track new, my awesome track like absolutely super new, fuck this shit, and in the end you're just having like a name which is like that long that you could totally run into chaos and you don't know what you did. So this is always a good thing. Of course, you just see numbers, but if you know approximately what you did during that time, Did I fix the quantize feature? I don't know. I don't know actually what you mean, but maybe I think it was something we talked about recently, I think. Yeah, I delete those version files at the end. So when I just have, for example, like 250 files, session files in the end, and I mean the track is approved, I have to send this track, and the project is done, and I'm just ready, let's say, to move it on my backup drive. I will just probably delete this. And I mean, even if not, I mean, I don't care actually if the session is like, I mean, the stems, if you do stems in the end, they take way more space than any other project file anyway. So, I mean, if that whole folder is like 5 or 6 gigabytes big, I mean, hard drive space really became very affordable. Thank you, Gabba Gandalf, for following. Hi. Yeah, so I think this is not really hard drive space for this kind of stuff. It's not really an issue anymore. So let's come up with some. So let's play around a little bit with the trombones. Something like this. Why do I practice this part? I forget it anyway when the red light is going on again. Let's make it step by step. See, this is what I mean. Fucked it up anyway, so, but I don't care. Let's just go in here and ding, ding. Yeah, something like this. Just have to get the right. And then ding, ding. Yeah, let's make it like this. Hey, I did it. Yeah, I think there's a little bit delay going on the video and also on the chat. I think there is always a little bit of a delay. Let's make it I'm not sure if this is going to be. No, I think I don't like it, but maybe we should use the let's just copy this over to the angry brass. Yeah, let's use this. And oops. I don't hear this note. So maybe we have to do some, you know, at the end, some compression anyway, because I compress everything. Yeah, I know it's terrible, but hey, Steven, how are you? And also to make sure again to put this, I think I have to, I think it was -80 or something. I just have to. It's probably a little bit too much, so maybe -80. I mean, as I said before, this is really important to take care of this delay, of these delay settings, to just move sample libraries, especially, you know, basically all the libraries. Since I mean, also Cinesamples, I think, put this in their manual that you have to move the samples or the MIDI files, the MIDI events back to like or the whole track. Now I got it. Back to like -80, because it's just the scripting. It's also with newer libraries like Nucleus. It's really important because they have they build in that complex scripting when it comes to legato stuff or something, that you have to pull back the samples to -125. You could even set it to -220, 250, but you could also leave it at 0, but then your computer basically doesn't have time to calculate, let's say, a sense-making legato interval, because it just needs time to compute what is going on, because it's not just an interval moving up. It's technically, there's like a, you know, the 0 point, the point of, let's say, 0, where it hits exactly on the 1 of a bar, and then you have something starting before that point and something happening afterwards. And if you would just try to play this in real time, it wouldn't work, because your computer is not able to foresee the future, even if it's just 125 milliseconds. So since this is not possible, you have to work with that negative delay. And I also hear a lot of tracks. I mean, there was like, I won't mention any names. I think I mentioned this before, but there is one famous soundtrack of a movie, and I have the feeling the composer didn't take care. It was probably samples, but it feels like the composer didn't take care to just put a minus delay on the horns. So you always heard like so whatever. I don't want to sing the melody, because then you know what it is. I could be completely wrong. It could be, you know, some live overdubs too, but they were coming in a little bit late. But I always had the feeling like it doesn't groove, you know. Let's work this a little bit more. I'm not really sure if this sounds better, because you have to really be careful. Now it sounds better, because you have to really take care of the release samples. They are really specifically cut and edited, so you have to. Oh, hey, long number. Nice to see you. Nice to see you on the stream. You have to really take care of the how many gaps you leave. Maybe just use both, because I mean, we can do it. I remember the times. Let me just listen to how it sounds. I remember the times when I was just able to load one, you know, one sustained patch of a more complex. There's a wrong note in here. Yeah, let's do this. Why not? Let's have some 500 trombones. We have to make it shorter above here because the release samples are a little bit stronger on Caspian. And so okay. So get the first part already. It doesn't have to do with any real balls. It has to do with, you know, name calling. And I'm not doing this. I will never do it because I really love the composer. I love his music. And it wouldn't be just unfair because maybe it was on purpose and I don't know about it. And I don't like to, you know, spread false information. This is not what I like doing. So I'm out of the name calling business. So let's come up something like yeah. Osami, nice to see you. Yeah. That was not really that good, but better than. Henhan, thanks for the following. Man, I really appreciate all these, you know, I just set my account, Twitch account, like probably, I don't know, it must be days or something. And there is such a tremendous feedback. This is really cool. The sound is better on YouTube. That's interesting. It's really interesting. And yes, Samath Belur, it's also on Twitch. So I'm streaming the whole thing on Twitch too. Let's move it down here because we have the horns up here. Let me check the, yeah. Maybe we are too high with the horns, but we will check that later. Maybe we just have to move this. No. Or some other melody. Maybe we will intertwine it with the trumpets somehow. We can see that. So it's basically. Yeah, so it comes back in the end, it goes a little bit like unison with the horns on this part, so they kind of come together. Obina! Hi, how are you? Okay, let's just double this down here and see how this sounds. Let's get the dynamic right here. And Sam, nice to see you here. Wow, this is really... Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Yeah, I never know. Because I know Bina and you, at least from, not personally, not yet, but they work together as a team. So it's, and they probably, you have these accounts. And I never know if it's Bina or if it's you. Something is still not right with the... Oh, fuck. I didn't... What did I set these to minus? That's why it's the... Yeah, this is so funny, you know, I'm talking all the time about groove. Take care of all these things, and then I forget about this. This is typically for me. So I'm not really sure if we just do too much with the trumpets or just... This is confusing. Yeah, so now it feels way more better. I mean, that was just a perfect example of how not to do it, and I'm not really sure what we come up with the trumpets. Let's make it some... Yep. Set this back minus 82. So to get these, you know, yeah, right. We have to also use flutes and a little bit of a glockenspiel. Doesn't sound really convincing to me currently. Maybe let's see how this sounds with the angry brass. Maybe I should. Maybe it was too short. Let's fool around a little bit. That sounds a little bit better. So this sounds a little bit better when it's a little bit longer. Who needs legato violins? No. But I just don't want to take away anything from the beginning, because we want to later on have some nice interplay with horns, some decent horn melody, and then maybe a little bit of more complex middle part with some runs or stuff like this. I'm not really sure if we get this all done tonight, but probably not. And all I know that we have to set these a little bit, make these a little bit shorter here. Let's just load some, so we get this right. I just have to move over and add some. I'm sorry I'm moving this over because, yeah, as I mentioned in the previous videos, there will be new release next week, and I just prepared some stuff, and it's already on my list, and I just want to avoid that people see it. So it's not just to do. I'm super important. I don't want to show my libraries, something like this. What do I want to do? Yeah, just wanted to load some woodwinds. Let's load some flute, staccato flutes here. Maybe this short. Let's load some. Some Berlin woodwinds right in here. Just maybe make a new folder. Oh, Sound Mopey, thanks for the following. Let's make this Berlin woodwinds flute staccato. Blech. So. This sounds better. And now we can take care of, maybe we should introduce a little bit of reverb. Oops. I just have to get some. Okay, maybe let's just let's create another how area here, add group channel, and let's call this wood. I can do this like this, and then we have to just move this down and make the woods red. This is almost like, probably all of you guys have specific color schemes. So strings from here always green, brass is always blue, woodwinds are always red, but not like, maybe like this red, maybe like this red, like a little bit of an orange red. I don't know why. Hey Clay, how are you? This should be in here. No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this was the. I want you both. Is this the same? Yeah, it's the same color. Oh, Super Nap, thanks for the follow. And also we need some annoying piccolo flutes on top. And have some staccato short piccolo flutes here on top. Up an octave. I hope it's not too loud right now. Maybe I should turn down the volume because I don't want anyone's ears. Why don't you do, oh, here. So. I didn't really. This looks like Micha's account. Yeah, I know it's terrible, but this is really like the... Now we're there. Let's copy this name down here and let's make it right. I don't care. So P flute. Save it. And then we should have also a little bit of, I'm not sure, xylophone, glockenspiel or something. Let's have like a little. Something like this. Oh my God. Let's do like this. Works. And then okay, something like this. Well, let's make these different here. Okay, and then have, also move this down with the, copy these up an octave again. There's also one, I think, one point, one spot in in Star Wars. I think in episode 6, there is I mean the track which is coming right after the main theme in the space battle. There is like some flute run, and it's really like that hardcore high and stinging out into your every time you listen to this, like this very moment. Sounds pretty okay. Snarf, hi. No, actually, I still work with Studio One, but the thing is, when it comes to orchestra currently, and you work with negative delay, as much as I hope that the developers of Studio One fix this, but I know it's very complicated actually, but Cubase handles negative delay better. And since I'm working, or I mean, I started working with using the performance samples libraries a lot, and also Nucleus. And Nucleus also needs around minus 125 milliseconds on this negative delay to get the legato and everything done right. And Studio One can't handle it. you actually, it can handle it maybe for like 2 or 3 tracks. But if you have more, if you have an entire orchestra or setup like this, and you would just play it, it would all have, you know, stuttering, stumbling, falling notes over each other. And it's really not really a pleasure to work like this. So at least I said for orchestral work and also for video work, I kind of went back to Cubase. But for everything sound design, for everything I want to come up with, like, you know, drag and drop electronic music or rock music or anything, I would totally, you know, stick with Studio One. I mean, could happen that I'm writing a track when I know, okay, I have to introduce some orchestral stuff. I will probably could use Cubase too, but for sound design, Studio One is really like the best for me. And I also use it for, you know, for editing all my my own stuff for my little sample library store. You're glad that I'm in Cubase. When you're hearing a tum-tum in the background, I don't know what the dentist did to you last time. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we just have to come up with something. But I really, you know, I really like to compose the track and finish it to bring it to the finish line. But maybe it would be a little bit better to just, for the sake of this video, and start. There was a little bit of a, there is like a note, which is, it's probably this one. It's bleeding a little bit over here. Yeah. Oh. Something like this. And now we just have to come up with some. Let's just try what sounds better. If we just take xylophone, if we just use Glockenspiel, we just probably what I'm using. Now let's load. No, I think I moved something recently. Oh no, actually, I just have to find, it's just asking me for the right folder. So it should be here. Right. So let's bring up some cine percussion here, some Glockenspiel. Works. Maybe not too hard. Maybe I should hit it more hard, but make it a little bit. Let's leave this for now. We could still try xylophone and come up with that, but yeah, let's come up with something. Let's start working with percussion. Maybe we would just bring up a. Let's bring up. Let's bring up. Wow! Thank you so much. I really appreciate. What do we pull up? Let's pull up the cinematic drums, the hits and rolls of Pandora. Takes a while to load. Let's use something from this. Oh, so right, I forgot we have the let's say the Hans Zimmer Junkie XL mapping method, bringing up the velocity on these layers here. We have the soft dynamics. We don't need soft dynamics. No, we don't need soft dynamics. So let's see what we. Let's not, slam it with percussions, but maybe a few hits here and there. Something like this. Let me just. It's 4 beats, okay. So let me close this. There is this one dum dum dum. So there's this kind of triplet, not really triplets, but dun 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 dun. So we have this. And right now, I just realized that the doesn't make any sense. The trumpet run and the should just use the last. Do it like this and just get rid of the. There's one up here. That makes a little bit more sense. Right. It's also a little bit loud. Oh, really? They complaining on the forum? I was just reading in the chat. They were complaining. You mean on the Studio One forum? Let's just delete this one and. Let's load this up here a little bit with and now we have to introduce, and this is what I really like about the Pandora, is that you just simply can say, let me make that roll 8 beats. And now it's 8 beats, and you can go down to 5, and it's 5 beats long, or just 2 beats. Okay, let's come up with a little. Because this is really one annoying thing, thankfully for the past, that every time when you load up a cymbal swell, and this is like a pre-recorded cymbal swell, so you don't have the chance to mod wheel this, and even if you do it, it depends how many dynamic layers you have, because otherwise you get like something like this, and so it's really cool to see that you simply have cymbal rolls, timpani rolls in Pandora, Symphonia 4, by the way, where you can just, make it like 8 beats, 4 beats, and then also have some additional bars or whatever you can adjust with this thing, and hit your desired length and just play the stuff you want. Okay, let's name this, because otherwise, let me just call this S4. Let me just, what is the patch name? Cinematic drums, right? Yeah. Okay, and then let's come up with another one and have it and make this load. What do we load? We load the cymbal hits and rolls. And how about saving the project again? So I hope you guys also take care about, backing up your stuff. Maybe. So this is really, when you do this like 100 times a week or maybe a month, it's really cool when you just know this lick or this roll is just going to be 1 bar long, and you can just, continue working. Otherwise, you sit there, it's like, finding where was that spot where the climax basically is, and then you have to move it around and Hey, saludos from Colombia. Thanks for being here. We could also, just load these and just say we introduce some have some build up going on here. Now we got this already here. Now we just go here from. Oops. I must have hit some funny key here. Now it's saving. Okay, so what do we do now? Yeah, we could come up with some kind of marching snare, something. We could have an entire rock band sitting in here, but I don't know if this is going too much. I mean, the sky's the limit, so you could also come up with a rock with a choir, full-blown choir over that track. There are so many possibilities. Hey, Venna, how are you? Thanks for being here. Yes, we have a lot of fun, and thanks. I mean, it would be, it wouldn't work anyway if somebody enters the channel and saying, "Hey, this sounds like shit." Probably no one would never do this. But I know how that you're honest and that you mean it. So, but it would be just funny, somebody coming in is like, "Hey, that sucks." So this was some kind of, I always have a folder, it's called melodic percussion. But for now, let's just make it that was the Cine samples. Glockenspiel, right. Okay, what do we come up with now? What are we going to? Then we could actually have a little bit of slight processing going on. Let's just load the, but I have to be careful that I'm not slamming too much on here, because if I would put that limiter here to normal, see, I would have difficulties talking because I hear myself with a slapback. We have to be careful, but maybe we can have like a little. What I really like to work with is this the dynamic mapper here, the spectrum mapper, and what it does basically is when you run the track back. I have to be quiet for a second. So you basically capture you capture the spectrum of the track, and then you can just it's basically like a multi-band compressor, but it's not compressing for like 5 bands or something, but it's compressing throughout the entire. Also, my voice got a little bit more dull. Maybe we can bring this up again by just introducing some slight processing and introduce some really. It looks actually a lot better. So it adds a little bit more. I mean, it's louder a little bit right now, so I should probably move it down. But it's just pretty nice to just, toast stuff together. This way, to create a little bit of how do you say, like a nice group standing together, working together. So it's like not. Yes, thank you, Werner, for being here. See you soon. Talk to you soon, and have a great evening. This bit sucks. Yeah, just use an 808. Yeah, just turn down and hit like that little brother up behind here, like that. Probably, I don't know if you can see it from here. If I get the camera angle right with the chair, no, that little drum brute behind the matrix brute here, and I should probably just slam the shit out of that track, but no. Hey, this is really embarrassing right now, but what is OTT? Everybody starts laughing. No, I don't know. Let's. Actually, the brass is getting a little bit... Oh, I didn't... Ah, I see. Now we should fix that. I didn't worked out the dynamics here. And there is still... Why is this muted? Oh, right. Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, I never owned this one. I own the I own what multiband compressors I work with. Probably the Fab filter one. I also like to combine the mapper and the spectrum mapper here and the Fab filter. Multiband compression. And that's basically the one I use mostly. I also have the drummer. I also like this really. So there is some special stuff going on. Let me just quickly pull it up and hope. I really love the fader port. Really, I mean, it perfectly integrates with Studio One, and you got all these features like even automating, plugins, like assigning all the faders to all the plugins, and it also works great in Cubase when you simply set it up as Mackie control, as I do have now. Yeah, it works. I really love it. Let's put it to neutral and let's make it way less. Okay, and now we got the sound right. We probably should take care of a little bit of reverb for now, because let me just create another bus track and yeah, I like working with group tracks, and I don't use any kind of inserts or something. Sorry, I'm not working with send and returns, so I just tend to put stuff on the inserts and just handle it with a dry-wet ratio. I'm not currently sure what reverb we're going to use. Probably I'm going for some... We could try some concert hall, like a lush long hall, a little bit of a dark hall, maybe something like this. Let's have it like this somewhere. And also what we have to do is put on the strings my... Yeah, come on. If we are there, we just do the whole thing. Just let's put some compression on here. Maybe a little bit too much reverb. Maybe a little bit too long. Maybe we take one of the medium halls. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And let's do one other thing. Let's get rid of. And let's bring back some of the, maybe let's turn the other way around, and then let's bring back a little bit of shimmer or something. Maybe something like this. Since we're here, let's just copy that over and just slam some of the percussions here, the brass. So this is also what I think what many people do wrong. I mean, if it's about hybrid music, I don't care. Like sometimes the strings are really loud and the brass is really loud. But when you have a setup of like kind of like an adventure-ish track, it's always important to get what I'm trying to say, the relation on the volume between the brass and the strings right. Because when you hear a real orchestra playing, the strings are always very far down compared to the brass, you know? And also the woodwinds are probably a little bit more down. Maybe also the trumpets are a little bit too loud. Right. Something like this. Did I mention woodwinds? Yeah, something like this. So I think before we continue, working on that track, I think I would just, let's call it a day for this night, and let's just, relax and rewire the brain and see what we're coming up with. So something like this. Hey mate, thanks for the following. Okay, yeah, just wanted to I think, well, actually not delivered, it's not here, but I got the shipment confirmation that it's been shipped. So I think it should be probably here. I think, maybe something like probably end of the week, maybe next week. I'm not really sure how fast these guys are, because it's not like the typical, how do you say, like we have like this DHL in Germany, this package delivery service. So it comes with some special delivery service, and I'm not really sure. It could be there tomorrow. It could be there on Friday. So, but something around this time should be there. And I'm really looking forward. So I hope I won't take too long, to copy over the libraries and get all the activations and the iLog stuff going for the new machine. And also I start Hey, Stefan, nice to see you. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so that should probably happen soon. So I hope I can be online soon with my new machine. But if not, we just continue working little bit with the older one. And yeah, I would think, I hope you enjoyed it so far. I mean, it was a little bit repetitive because we were just playing like basically 20 seconds, not even 20 seconds over and over again. But I will work on that track maybe, next week somewhere, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know yet. I will just let you know, guys. And but next week there will be a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of new stuff, and maybe the one or other giveaway too for a new library. So one has been confirmed, and I'm still waiting for the other giveaway to be confirmed. But if that works out, 2 people will be very happy. Okay, so well, yeah, I know it's kind of a. Let me just change the chat window here a little bit so I'm not looking like this small from the corner. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of setting all these things up, but most of the stuff, when it's especially, I'm still using the Slate stuff mainly. So this is all stuff you can, the days are basically over where you have to have your files and just install everything. You can hit with for example, the Slate stuff, just download it from the cloud again, just put your iLog in your new machine and you're set basically, and it does it all by itself. And also the libraries, you have the native access mostly, and for all the other libraries you just basically copy it over from the old hard drive and just reconnect it with Kontakt, and should be all there. So I think hopefully it shouldn't take me longer than 2 or 3 days, 1 or 2 days roughly, I think, and then I should be set up here. Okay, yeah, I would just say thank you so much for your time, and thanks for joining in. And I will definitely, I'm not really sure if I will be here tomorrow night, but definitely next week with a lot of stuff. And so far for now, I would just say, thanks for watching, and have a good night. Take care and see you soon. See you later. Bye. Thank you for being here.